Hello, everybody. This is Gazadeel, and today I'm going to be giving some, reviewing opinions of current states of games. Just something to do. And who knows? I mean, if this is something that people like to watch, then I'll make more of it. Plan on trying to do some more videos more frequently. I know I took a long hiatus, but that's going to end effectively now. So, without further ado, let's get into things. Start at the top here of games I do have downloaded. Be a little unfair to really just go off of any of these because I've barely put any time into them or haven't had a chance to play them at all. So, all right, we'll start with Among Us, a game I don't really have the most time in. Only have about 36 hours here. They had to go and do it. They had to go and make a Monopoly esque game or a game that has the same impact on friendships as Mario Party. It's a fun game, really, but it is one of those games that will very much test a friendship. um, Overall, would recommend. Uh, didn't get too far into this. I don't even remember playing this. Oh yeah, because I only played it for 30 minutes. Okay. Um, haven't played this in a long time. Ark Survival's pretty fun, but again, I'm a noob, so don't take my word for it. I haven't played any of the Arma stuff. I've heard that it's pretty okay. Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered. Honestly, I was not that big a fan of Assassin's Creed 3 when I played on Xbox. I don't think that it was one of the better ones. I feel like Black Flag, Brotherhood, basically everything around 3 was so much better. 3 just was lackluster. This is one that I need to play. I've heard nothing but good things about this, and I should give it a try. Baldur's Gate. I am not a big fan. It's not a bad game, but yeah, I'm not big on dice mechanics in games. Just never has been my thing. This is something I've wanted to try. Um, I have the actual client for Black Desert, so I just use Steam as a means of if the base client is being finicky, I just use this to get the update and then splice the file over. So this is not my actual playtime. My actual playtime in Black Desert is around 2,000 hours. And okay, so it's a beautiful looking game. It is a an amazing sounding game too. The fighting mechanics in the game are really, really sound, really good. Honestly, if you're just looking for a game that has good fighting, good music, and good visuals, animations, art style, etc., then look no further. This is actually an amazing game for you. However, if you want a game that doesn't have just PvP endgame and actually has something to bite into for both PvE and PvP, don't look into this game just yet. It doesn't have a true PvE endgame. Most people who play it will say, "Oh, but there's merchants and life skilling and world bossing." Okay, you have this in every other MMO. You do. You have this in literally every other MMO. There is nothing special about what it does in that regard versus every other MMO in existence. That is not Black Desert's strength. is not, and it most likely never will be. Nothing against this company. Again, it is an immaculate game, but you need to go in expecting a different kind of MMO experience. Uh, Borderlands. Yeah, I actually need to take the time to sit down and play through this. The only one I've completed is the pre-sequel, and unfortunately, I don't know. I guess I just had a bad experience with two, mostly probably because of restarting a dozen times. So I will not give much of an opinion on this. Pre-sequel, I liked it. I liked it a lot. Then again, I liked the build aspect of the game, the looter aspect. Um, Breach. If this is the game I think it is, which I think it is, I guess it's not even going to load. Never mind. I can't give an opinion on that. I'm going to skip a few of these because, I mean, I guess I've played 5 minutes of C9, but I think that's because I couldn't get it to work properly on my old rig. So, um, not touching that with a 20-foot pole. Best party game ever. Just kidding. It's actually a really good game, but I played this on Xbox. I did not play this on PC. I should install it and see what they've added on the PC version because apparently there's big lunar sale. Um, very disappointed of the circumstances as to why I do not have much time into this game. From what I did play of it, it's really good, really fun. It's really typically an anime Souls like game. So if you like Dark Souls, you like anime, make your waifu and go slay some things for their souls. There you go. Oh boy. Actually, I really liked this game. I mean, I don't show it very well with my initial reaction, but I mean, who honestly doesn't have that reaction when it comes to Cyberpunk 2077? There was so much hype in this game, and it just. And that's not so much the developer's fault, it is the developer's fault, but not fully. A big portion of this game was just way overhyped, both on a publisher side and on a fan side. We hyped this damn game up to be like the second coming of Christ. Of course, it wasn't going to live up to the hype. There isn't a single thing on this planet I think could live up to the hype of what we were expected. Now, granted, that does not excuse the buggy experience we were given before the patches. Um, so great game, just really bad start. Can't really give much on these because I haven't played any of them. So, Destiny 2. This is just on the Steam client. I have 1,200 hours. I have in the ballpark of over 4,000 hours in this game. Way more time than I should. I've taken a bit of a small hiatus with this new season, but I will be fixing that. I'll probably make some Destiny videos in the next week or two. Um, it's just a good time killer game. You got friends to play the game with, then do it. Raids are fun. Some of the best experiences I've had in gaming. And honestly, I can't recommend it enough. Um, I mean, we can all guess my experiences with Dota is not very vast, so I can't really. Um, Dragon Age Origins. I beat this on the Xbox. Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age 2, Inquisition, and I've actually beaten Inquisition on PC as well. I adore this series. In fact, I cannot stress enough how much I adore this, and I was very, very ashamed that Anthem did not deliver. I adore BioWare, and So much so that I even have given the Mass Effect games a chance, and I'm not normally a sci fi guy. I don't normally like sci fi games, but I enjoyed those. They were really good stories. And yes, I am the jackass that got some of the more beloved characters killed. Don't at me. Dragon Ball Fighter Z, haven't played that yet, but I've played both Xenoverse and Xenoverse 2 on Xbox. Again, most of my time was on console with these. Um, Xenoverse 2 was so much better, it, but only because it basically had everything that you wanted out of Xenoverse, and then it had what Xenoverse didn't have. Like, one of the major gripes I had, I played a Saiyan, of course, duh. But you mean to tell me I can't go Super Saiyan Blue? Really? That's bullshit. Um, Dungeon Defenders 2, fun game. Good time killer with some friends. Um, oh, jeez. Do not let this fool you. I have so much more time in Skyrim than it shows I do. Um, it's Skyrim. Like, what do you expect? It is Skyrim. Uh, okay, so Enter the Gungeon. I have this on Epic, and well, I was more disappointed this wasn't multiplayer. Of course, this was my own ignorance than anything. Um, I wanted to play this with some buddies, but nope, not not multiplayer. Never played it. Barely even liked the first one. Played this a lot on console. If it wasn't for Peter Molyneux, I think this series could have just gotten so much more love. The fact that the dude is basically a hype machine. That's what he does. That's kind of his shtick. Fallout 4. Um, this one is definitely more intrinsic of how much time I have put into the game. I did not play this on console at all. I modded the hell out of this game too. I actually enjoyed Fallout 4. It gets a lot of hate, a lot of flack because it doesn't have the same options as Fallout 3 or New Vegas. But unpopular opinion, I like it a lot. I like the gunplay, probably more in this one than I did in the other two. Um, yeah, the story leaves a little to be desired, a lot to be desired, but I mean, still better than Fallout 76's release. As I have it right here. Oh, I actually really enjoyed this game. Um, but yeah, reasons. Let's see. Grand Theft Auto 5. I have this on. Uh, oh, this is my Steam. So I have not touched the campaign of this game. I'll be honest. I have never been interested in it. Love the online aspect. It is so fun to play online. It's also really fun to blow people up. However, if you're on PC and you're playing this online, you are going to run into more cheaters and hackers any other than anything else. I mean, honestly, just prepare for that. That's how it's going to work. Um, GTFO. I wish I'd put more time into this, but getting a crew together to play this is like pulling teeth. Um, I had one buddy who wanted to play this all the time, but couldn't get anyone to play it, so he refunded it. just to show how hard it is to actually get people together to play this game. Overall, though, it is a fun team based survival game. Um, More like a survival puzzle, I guess would be a good way to put it. Guns of Icarus, Alliance, steampunk airships, you know the deal. Okay, all of my Halo time is on Xbox. I absolutely adore Halo. Huge bias here. Great game series. If you've never played it, don't know what the hell you're doing with yourself, go play it. On a serious note, it is a really good series. It's got a great campaign, great multiplayer, excellent weapon balancing, and uh, they've updated the game a lot since the old days. Highly recommend you play it. I suck at it, but I have fun playing it. I'm going to be reinstalling it and making some videos for this as well because it is a game that I genuinely enjoy. Halo Wars. Played this a lot on console. This is like one of the few games that got me into RTSs. This and Halo Wars 2, I really, really love playing, and I plan on doing more with it. Never played Hand of Fate. Heard it's good. Um, Still have yet to give this a chance. I plan on doing this soon as well. I got a lot of plans. Just got to make it happen. Um, Played this a lot on console. Couldn't even get it to work on my old PC. Haven't had a chance to try it on this one. But if I do get it to work, I will do a fresh run on stream for this. Absolutely amazing game. Highly recommend it. It's another one of BioWare's original pieces before they were dragged into the black hole that is EA. Of course, watch this actually be produced by EA. I don't really know. Um, this was back in the days when the game was actually completed when you got it. So, I sound like a boomer right now. Back in my day. But yeah, highly recommend it. Give it a try. Um, Left 4 Dead 2. There's enough games in this horde shooter genre that you could play them all and satisfy a few years worth of playtime if that's your style. And you almost get a unique experience out of every one. Some have more heavy emphasis on shooting, some on melee, some on abilities, some on items. Lethal League. Uh, this one's just a silly game. It's silly. It's fun. Haven't played it in a few years, so I wouldn't. I really can't say the current state of it, but I think I can't really imagine that this game has gotten any worse with time. I'll play it around a little bit here in the near future as well. Mass Effect 1, 2, 3 is on the Origins launcher, and then Mass Effect Andromeda. I still have to complete this one. I've beaten both of these. Um, I'm going to make a lot of people mad. I actually did in Mass Effect 3 end up making Tally off herself. She committed Fall Out of Nest. And um, yeah, yeah. Don't know what kind of shenanigans I'm going to pull with this. So far, I'm actually liking this. I don't get all the hate for this game. I really don't. I'm only 15 hours in my playthrough, but I haven't really run into anything that makes me go, "Gah, Andromeda." Blech. No, it's a good game in my opinion. Mirror's Edge and Mirror's Edge Catalyst played these a lot on console. my computer, my old PC before I upgraded, couldn't handle either of these. Funny enough, they were very graphically intensive games and not very well optimized for PC. However, if you do have a rig that can run it, very fun games to play. I highly recommend them. Yeah, not a lot of games that I actually play that I wouldn't recommend. That's kind of obvious. Monster Hunter World. I have everything in this game for the most part. I played it today. The last time I played it, one of my absolute favorite games to play, and honestly, I would give it more time. Neo 2, game I'm just a noob at. I'm getting into it. Love it. Love the fact that I can actually create my own character in this one. And the story so far seems pretty neat. I have to get more into it though to have a proper opinion. I want to give this game more of a chance. It is literally just Minecraft in space, and I'm adoring it. Um, Paladins. I feel like this is an underrated shooter, but then again, when it was launched, you had other behemoths like BattleNets, Blizzard with Overwatch. There was no way they were going to compare, and that's understandable. I mean, when you have one of the titans of gaming stepping into the ring with you, you don't expect to win. You don't expect to get like pull in a big crowd. It's not a perfect game, but it is definitely a fun team shooter game. Path of Exile. While this is not my personal cup of tea, I have put about 90 hours, almost 100 hours in it, which is nothing. Nothing for an action RPG. That is nothing. You could put 100 more hours on top of that and still barely be scratching the surface of a game like this. And that's the beauty of action RPGs is they are designed to drain thousands of hours of your time and keep you amused, entertained the entire way through. Unfortunately for me, I was not a fan of the leveling process. I did not really much care for the story aspect or the leveling. This is, of course, not a very. This is a personal bias. There are many people who will stand by and attest to this game's greatness, as they should. It's something they like, and it's not a bad game. Just not something that I personally like. Portal 1 and 2, great games, very fun. Raft, if you're going to play this, there's so many other options. This one it's got its charm. It does have a charm to it. But I mean, come on. There's so many other options. The charm being is like you start off on a raft, obviously. The world is covered in water. It's oceans as far as the eye can see. And you and your crew or whoever you're playing with at the time have to take debris that you find out in the ocean to build onto your raft and make it stronger, better. It's essentially base builder on the ocean. Um, Sanctum 1 and 2, buggy as hell games. Pretty fun, pretty okay, but tower defense games, Dungeon Defenders is a much better option. There's actually a ton of better options out there for it. Saints Row the Third. It's an old game, but it's fun. It's fun to play. Shadow of the Tomb Raider. The new Tomb Raider games I actually really, really liked. Um, Sid Meier's Civilization 6. It's pretty good. Not my personal cup of tea, but I like watching things on the screen move. That's probably why this thing doesn't entertain me that much. Um, I played Sleeping Dogs on Xbox. This game is cheesy as hell. By the way, this isn't all just my library. I am sharing a library with a friend. Uh, Vermintide 2, really enjoy it. Another game that's similar to Left 4 Dead. It's one of those Left 4 Dead like games. Barely have any time in Valheim. Yeah, like I said, I've barely even touched the surface of this game. Can't really have an opinion of it. Wings of Vi. Haven't made it very far into this game either, but from what I have played, I did enjoy it. It's a hardcore platformer game. Um, Very disappointed that we couldn't get the multiplayer mod for this game to work. Otherwise, we would have enjoyed this a lot. I actually enjoyed playing XCOM a lot in the old. Uh, yeah, but um, and yes, do not go by this because this is not my actual playtime. I've played this on consoles as well. Yakuza Like a Dragon. I have not made it very far into this, as you can see. It's an RPG. I've only made it 7.2 hours into the game. Yeah. This is a funny little game. Top down zombie defense game where you build to defend against gradually increasingly powerful enemies. But okay, so that's my Steam library. Um, General rundown of games that I have played and that I liked. Um, oh, I have a little bit of time in Warframe, but this game failed to catch my attention. I was always on that side of the Destiny 2 over this game argument, so it's never going to really win in my eyes, and that's not to say the game is bad. The game is good. It's just not for me. All right. Well, that'll do it for this one. This video is going on a little longer than I had planned. I was hoping for like a 12-minute video. It's now 26 minutes. So, with that, if you want to see more content like this, just let me know so in the comments below. Like, subscribe if you want. Hit the bell. I plan on doing more videos in the future, probably even maybe daily raw uncut videos. Um, we'll see. Might be a daily thing, might be a couple videos a week kind of thing. But we will see. With that, I've been Gazardil. Thank you and have a wonderful day.